That's the one I was looking at. Mhm. 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 That's the one I was looking at. Yep, that's the one I was looking at. Let's see what that's twerking on. Damn. Mhm. Okay, cool. We can get that one up out the way. Go back to. Let's go from there to. Man, what was I gonna do? Oh, I was on this one. I think this was supposed to be a scene, but I ain't gonna worry about it being a scene. It is what it is. I ain't gonna worry about it being a scene. So, yeah, okay. Okay, now we locked in. Now we locked in. Okay, so I got some, I got some in store. I got something in store for what I want to do. What the fuck am I looking for? Yeah, it'll work. Michael's battery low. I don't want to hear this shit. You got one job. Alright, let me get back on task so I can get set up to do what I'm trying to do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, I feel like that's cool enough. It's straight enough. I'm gonna leave this shit alone. Come on, exit. Come on, do your job, bro. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Go back over here. Bam. Go back over here. Bam. Alright, bet. So yeah, I'm just trying to get back on my music shit. I'm trying to get back on my Quan shit. The shit I'm used to doing. I ain't did it in a minute. So to give y'all an instance of what I'm finna do, we finna lock in. We finna lock in, legit lock in. I'm finna go step by step on how to do this shit. So that's why I said it's the start of something new. So uh I don't think I got my actual mic that I'm gonna be recording with connected to Pro Tools yet. So I gotta do that. And that's what I was saying. I gotta do that. Let's see if the sound, if y'all can hear what he's saying. No, y'all can't hear what he's saying. Okay, cool. Sound capture. Let's do this one. And that always is. And that one is. Okay, that's the new one, which is. What's the name? Capture two. Don't worry about it. Keep the same. Capture two. Yeah, you should get the sound from it then. So why I want you? Oh, I just thought about it. Y'all can't hear it either. Yeah, y'all can't hear it either. Facebook can't hear it either. Um, these damn. Why is it so much? Okay, we ain't worried about you no more. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so basically, I just need to add another caption, which will be coming from application audio, YouTube. Yeah. Damn. It's that. Facebook can't even see it. Alright, bet. Okay, we gonna add this. We gonna do it like that. Bam. Bam. Where you go? Where you go? I'm pretty sure. Oh. I can't even see what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I'm sure like I can't even see what the fuck I'm doing because I ain't even got it up. Damn, I left buddy like that. My fault, guys. But quit playing. In fact, I'm supposed to be locked anyways. They in place. Yeah, yeah. Alright, bet. We locked in. Yeah, we in place. I think we in place. I think we good. That's all y'all need to see. Y'all got the audio. Listen. No, y'all don't. And I don't know why it's doing it goof ass stuff. That goof ass shit. Like be for real. Let's see some. That might be it. That might be it. No, don't get it. So what the fuck is the property for this? What the fuck? This shit is weird. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure y'all can hear this. No. Like, be for real. What's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? Man, I just be trying. It's all. I just be trying. I just be trying, bro. Like, damn. Damn. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Mm-mm. 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 Like, why does she just won't get right? Like, I feel like I'm missing a doc, but it's not giving me the doc that I need. That's Mike. Mm, mm, mm. This shit just maybe I'm trying to do too much. I might be trying to do too much. I might be. I might be trying to do too much. Yeah, I might just be doing the absolute most. I gotta chill sometimes, huh? Mm. Like what, bro? Huh? Am I tripping? Like I gotta be tripping. I gotta be tripping. I gotta be. I gotta be tripping in some type of way because something isn't making sense. Like this shit not making sense. Okay, cool. Bam. Quan, like I'm so look. Hey, I was finna get pissed. I was finna get so mad because I'm really legit trying to learn how to record, but it's um My fault, y'all. When I get locked in, I get locked in. No, I don't need the screen. My fault, y'all. When I get locked in, I get. Audio, okay. Then I get. Let's go desktop audio. Let's do that one. Audio, okay. Then I get. Let's go desktop audio. Let's do that one. Audio, okay. Then I get. Let's go desktop audio. Let's do that one. Audio, okay. Then I get. Let's go desktop audio. Let's do that one. Audio, okay.
Why the fuck you lying?
This video is here to help you to get started with recording in Pro Tools in the best way possible to get y'all the best possible outcome. Let's jump into the session, all right? Now, first thing first, the first thing that you want to do is set your playback engine. Now, the playback engine in Pro Tools determines which audio device your inputs and outputs are going to be routed to. So
I ain't even did that. Can y'all hear that?
So whichever interface you have.
See, that's a book. That's cool right there. So that mean I can do it for my for. Okay, cool. But yeah, all right, listen.
Have your microphone connected to or wherever your head.
Oh, that's what I was finna do. I was finna close this one out and reopen it. If it'll gone work its magic. Being that I got so much shit open. My mic low. I think I know why my mic low, but I think I also tried to fix that a little bit too. How they sound? How they sound? How they sound? Yeah, Pro Tools ain't opening up for me, y'all. I got so much shit open. This shit ain't opening up. Okay, so I closed it. Now I'm reopening it back up. Hopefully it gon' work his magic. Don't think this something. That don't mean nothing. Like it'll do that, and I still won't be able to. Okay, so he said we gonna do what first?
Headphones are plugged up to wherever you're going to be recording from and listening from. That is what you want to set as your playback engine. To do that, once you launch Pro Tools, you'll probably be confronted with the dashboard. We're just going to start off by going ahead and hit cancel on that. We'll be able to open it back in a minute. Then I'm going to go to the setup menu, choose playback engine. And right here at the top, the device that I want to choose is going to be whatever audio device that you want.
Whatever you can.
Come on, Pro Tools. Right now, I'm just trying to get Pro Tools to open back up. I'm just trying to get Pro Tools to open up. Bro. Bro. Pro Tools on this shit. And what's crazy is it really ain't got no reason to be acting like that. Like it really don't. It ain't like I got a lot of shit on my computer. I barely got shit on here. I barely got shit on here. It really ain't got no reason to be acting like that. And it's only Pro Tools. I don't have this problem with Studio One. Well, Studio One is Pro Tools in a sense, but I'm talking about FL basically. Like it did its little loading thing, and then it don't pop up. And then it don't pop up. It do its little loading thing, and then it just don't pop up. Okay, okay, okay. Now we hit. Now we gooch. We gooch now. Alright, damn. That motherfucker didn't want to give me Nathan. Shit.
Create your own website by saying, this is what I want. With Wix, you can.
In this case, I'm using my universal audio
What did he do?
going to be routed to. So whichever interface you have your microphone connected to, or wherever your headphones are plugged up to, wherever you're going to be recording from and listening from, that is what you want to set as your playback engine. To do that, once you launch Pro Tools, you'll probably be confronted with the dashboard. We're just going to start off by going ahead and hit cancel on that. We'll be able to open it back in a minute. Then I'm going to go to the setup menu, choose playback engine. And right here at the top, the device that I want to choose is going to be whatever audio device that you want.
My fault, y'all.
In this case, to do that, once you launch Pro Tools, you'll probably be confronted with the dashboard. We're just going to start off by going ahead and hit cancel on that. We'll be able to open it back in a minute. Then I'm going to go to the setup menu, choose playback engine. And right here,
Set up playback engine. Okay. That's why. Bam. Oh shit. What I did. Okay, we back in action.
at the top, the device that I want to choose is going to be whatever audio device that you want. In this case, I'm using my Universal Audio Thunderbolt, so I'm going to choose that as my playback engine. The next thing that you want to do while you're inside of this dialog box is set your hardware buffer size. A good rule of thumb for the hardware buffer size setting here is going to be low for recording, high for mixing. And in this case, since we're focusing on a recording session, I'm going to go ahead and set mine to 128 samples. I find that that's low enough to reduce any latency that you might incur during the recording process, but also high enough to give you enough processing power for whatever plugins you might want to use during your recording. If you want more information about the hardware buffer size and all of that, make sure you sign up for my Pro Tools certification course down below. That's all I'm going to do in this dialog box here, and I'm going to hit OK. Now we're going to go ahead and start our session. I'm going to go up to File, hit Create New. And inside the dashboard, a few things that we want to do here. All right, first, inside of here, this is where we actually get to set all of the parameters for our session. Mainly, one of the first things is going to be the name. So let's just call this Wavy Session 22, because, who knows, right? So you want to name the session with something that you are going to be familiar with and able to find later. All right. Next thing that I always want to do is choose a saved location. So in this case, we're going to choose local storage because it's going to be saved either on our computer, our external hard drive, or something like that. A local destination is what we want to use. So I'm going to choose local storage, and I'm going to jump all the way to the bottom of the page here. And for me personally, I always like to just have the prompt.
Damn, I'm moving too fast, y'all. I'm moving too damn fast.
Or location selected. This is going to allow me to select the location every time I make a new Pro Tools session, so I can be intentional about where I am saving my session files. The next thing that we're going to do is take a look at these other parameters. Now, we're not going to go too in depth, but I'll just give you my favorite settings, okay? For bit depth, I always like to work at 32-bit floating point. My sample rate, 48 kilohertz. The file type, we'll just leave that at the default wave and IO settings. Let's not go with last use.
You don't give me the option to prompt my shit. Why I can't prompt my shit? Why I can't prompt my shit? Okay. 32-bit. He said 32. We going 32-bit float. Okay, cool. He said we not gonna go. Okay.
But instead, let's click here and change to stereo mix. This is going to default the I/O settings to be compatible with whatever hardware device you just chose in the playback engine and stop you from having a whole bunch of routing problems. I'm going to go ahead and hit create. Now I'm going to be prompted to find the location where I want to save this. I'll just save it in my documents folder for now. And now here we go, a blank Pro Tools session. Hey man, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Jay-Z Microphones. Jay-Z Microphones has some great high quality handmade.
If a cybersecurity or IT degree has been on your mind, check out UMGC. They're waiving their application fee through February.
Completely blank, and a lot of times we don't know where to start. We don't know what to do when we are confronted with this blank window. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. One of the first things that I want to do is go ahead and import my beat. So if I'm going to be recording some vocals or something, which a lot of us are, we need to go ahead and get that beat track imported into the session. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the file menu, choose import audio. I'm going to find the location wherever the beat is that I want to import. And this is where it actually is kind of important here. Import. You see what I did there? Put a thumbs up if you like that, all right? Now, when you are confronted with whether you should add or copy, I'm going to always choose copy. Yours might even say convert if you're working on an MP3 or something like that. But in this case, I'm going to choose copy. Always choose copy because adding simply is going to reference that file from wherever it is originally. Copy is going to actually make a new copy and place this all within the self-contained Pro Tools session folder. Again, I could go in depth here, but this is not what this video is about. Just trust me, choose copy or convert and move on. If you want to go in depth and learn all about the differences, what's happening here, sign up for the Pro Tools certification course down in the link, down in the description. All right. So we're going to hit copy. I'm going to hit open. This is just asking me where I want to save it. And of course, I'm going to save this to a new track. So I got my new track set up. This is my beat track here. And if I'm going to be recording some vocals, eventually I'm going to also need to make some vocal tracks. But before I do that, one thing that I want to do, well, two things that I want to do is find the tempo of this session, of this beat, and also find the key.
All right, y'all, I got to take these off and go and put the other joints on. So I might as well turn these off and just use. Might as well turn them off and use the officials. The officials I got. Yeah, I gotta put these long ass officials on. No, I won't be able to hear him, so I gotta go away. It's loud. Then come back over here.
Just in case I'm going to be using any auto tune. Now, what I recommend, one, is using, I Identify beat. I have a video, I'll link it in the description here on how you can use identify beat to quickly find the tempo. Now, if you're a beginner, that might be a little bit advanced, might be a little challenging for you. So what we're going to do instead is actually today, we're just going to use the new Auto-Tune Auto Key 2, which has the features to do both of the things that we're looking for. It's going to find the tempo and the key of the song to help us out. All right, so to do this, what I want to do is insert the Auto Key 2 plugin directly on the track where the beat is. Right now, I don't see my inserts here in the edit window, so I could go over to my mix window, go up to the window menu and choose mix, or use that shortcut command equal, or I could configure the edit window to see what it is that I want to see. In this case, I'm going to use my edit window view selector, which is this little thing right there. That's the edit window view selector. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to choose to show my inserts A through E, and I'm going to also choose to show sends A through E because those will come into handy later. All right, now on the inserts, we're going to search up Auto Key.
You, just you, building your app on base 44. Describe it.
All right, and we got the Auto Key 2 plugin. And I'm simply just going to play this beat for a little bit.
Damn, what's Auto Key? They say I gotta pay for that. I gotta pay for Auto Key, and I ain't feeling paying for shit right now. My son's birthday coming up. Not gonna happen right now. I just can't do it. The funds ain't there for it right now. I guess I ain't gonna do it. So I think I know the other way he taught me though.
And as it's playing, Pro Tools is going to be finding the tempo for me and also determining the key. All right, so we just got a tempo of 150 beats per minute. I like to use halftime, so I'm going to just drop that in half. Double click on my song start marker, which is this red flag here in the tempo ruler. If your tempo ruler isn't showing, you can always go up to the view menu, choose rulers and tempo. All right, so I'm gonna show I got my tempo ruler showing. I'm gonna double click here and enter my tempo at 75 beats per minute. That's gonna make sure that when I'm doing edits or using any time-based effects like delays,
He really ain't said nothing, but I know what I'm doing a little bit. Where my BPM at? Where my BPM at? I know it's up here somewhere. If it's up here somewhere. Okay, what I got? 130. And then I don't think I changed my key yet. Delete yourself. Bro, get the fuck on. Okay, move, gang. Move. Close, little buddy.
Be perfectly in time. We'll come back to working with the key whenever I decide to use any auto tune. Next up that I want to do here now is simply turn the beat track down. This is where I see a lot of people make mistakes because beats are often limited and compressed and they're really loud, making it hard for us to hear our vocals as we are recording, and also making it even more likely that you will experience some distortion as you're recording, as you're trying to compensate for the level of not being able to hear yourself and you end up screaming louder or talking louder, whatever it is, turning the vocals up louder than they need to be. So what we want to do is simply, one thing you could do is just go to the volume fader of this beat track and turn it down. Approximately 10 dB is where I would turn it down just to get started, and that will give you plenty headroom to record your vocals without worrying about not hearing yourself, and also have enough headroom so that you don't start to peak, okay? So now that I got that, the next thing I want to do is go ahead and create an audio track. So I'm going to go up to the track menu, hit new. A mono audio track will do, and let's just name this vocal, all right, and hit create. Now we got a new vocal track. The first thing that I want to do on this vocal track, so I'm going to go up to the track menu, hit new. A mono audio track will do, and let's just name this vocal, all right, and hit create. So now that I got that, the next thing I want to do is go ahead and create an audio track. So I'm going to go up to the track menu, hit new. A mono audio track will do, and let's just name this vocal, all right, and hit create.
Bruh, how the fuck do I get this one out the way? Move, gang. Move, gang. The fuck out the way. Fuck out the way.
Create. Now we got a new vocal track. The first thing that I want to do on this vocal track is actually assign an input. So it's important that I go ahead and choose the input path selector. This is in the IO section. And again, if this isn't showing for you, you can use this little button right here, the track view, the edit window view selector, and then change over to make sure that your IO is showing. Or you could always just jump over to your mix window and the IO will be showing there as well. All right, so here on my vocal track, I'm just gonna go ahead and click the input. The input is at the top. The output is at the bottom. The output is going to be defaulted to the main outputs of your system based on these IO settings that we've already set up. And now I'm just going to click on this input. Since my mic is on input 1, that's what I'm going to choose. Make sure that you choose the appropriate input for wherever you connected your mic to your audio interface. I'm going to just click that, hit check, check. Cool. Everything seems to be good. I'm actually getting a signal there. The next thing that I want to do is actually set my signal level on my audio interface. You can do this in 3 different ways. Nothing inside of the Pro Tools session, I should tell you, nothing inside of this session, not the fader or any plugin or anything like that, is going to actually affect your recording level. I repeat, nothing inside of Pro Tools is going to affect your recording level. So there's 3 ways that you can change the level of the input that's coming into your Pro Tools session, and that's going to be to adjust the preamp on your audio interface. That's going to be to move closer or further away from the microphone, or you could Actually, if you're recording something other than a vocal, you could like use the volume knob on a piece of gear or something if it has a volume output. All right, that's going to be the only 3 ways that you can actually adjust an input level inside of Pro Tools. Now, before I start to record, I'll probably want to set up some effects. One thing that I like to use while I'm recording is going to be auto tune. So I'm going to just go ahead and click on my insert path selector, and let's put an auto tune plugin on here. I'm going to go with Auto Tune Pro for this, and when the auto tune launches,
y'all know me. Ooh, shit.
it's really important that we use the low latency feature here. That way we're not giving ourselves any latency. I'm going to go to the little gear icon. This is our settings here, and then make sure that use low latency is checked off. All right, now once that is checked, I can go ahead and close this window or configure whatever auto tune settings that I want.
Bro, why don't them giants ever get out the way? Did that just start working? No, it didn't. Why I do that? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
But before I do that, I'm going to go open up my auto key plugin and make sure I hit send to auto tune so that that key of D minor that was detected gets sent over to my auto tune plugin. All right, nice and neat. I'm done with that. I can just close that out. Another thing that I like to do on my track,
you have it listen, you type it in, and then you go digging.
You literally just drag it.
is actually have some type of reverb set up, at least a reverb effect. Maybe you want delay, but especially for our vocalists out there, we want to hear some reverb for singers and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up real quickly. I'm going to just start off by making a new stereo aux input track. In this case, I'm going to use the shortcut Shift Command N. Of course, you could always go up to the track menu and hit Create New. In this case, I want a stereo aux input track. and we're going to name this reverb. All right. Now, on the insert of our reverb track, what I want to do is go ahead and insert a reverb plugin. In this case, let's use this Deverb. Deverb is the stock reverb plugin for Pro Tools. It sounds really good, and we'll be good with starting there with the default settings. Then what I want to do now is just go to the send selector from my vocal track. So we got inserts and we have sends. I'm going to go to choose one of these send selectors, and I'm just going to choose send selector A. I'm going to scroll down here and go to track, and you'll see I have the reverb send here. That's going to open up this send level window, which I can just turn up to get me a little bit of reverb, all right? And now I should be hearing reverb once I record and enable this track, and I'll be ready to start recording. So before I start recording, I'm gonna record enable my track, make sure I test my levels, check. I'll go over to the mix window and look at my levels. And what I wanna be seeing is that I'm peaking at about a between that -8 and -12. I want my signal hovering right in there, and right now it looks like I got a good strong signal level right about between -8 and -12. Somewhere like -10 is a great place to start while you are recording. It's going to give you plenty of headroom. You can turn it up maybe a little bit more than that, but I wouldn't go too much further. That's going to be a good place for your recorded signals, all right? And once you have that, now you're actually ready to record. You can go ahead and go up to the transport if you want to and hit the record button and hit play, or you can use one of the recording shortcuts, Command Spacebar. If you're on a Mac, if you're on a PC, that's going to be Control Spacebar. If you have a numeric keypad, you can hit the number 3, or you can just use the function key F12 to start recording in Pro Tools. Well, I hope you
loaded up, and this is where my mic is also loaded up. I'm going to now hit the record enable button. Watch this. I'm now getting signal from the microphone. Channel 1 on my actual mic is going into the DAW, and now this is coming into this particular track here.
Whoa, what is that? Nigga, take me back. We're starting, yeah, we starting from back there. Hey. Hey. What the fuck? Play. Hey. Hey. Some start off like that. I ain't never record. We finna see what I can do with this shit. I'm real technical, so let's see. I remember how that shit worked. I gotta zoom in. It's some up here. Some up here. Damn, what the fuck I just do? You get what I'm saying? Ugh. I don't even like how it sound. I watched one video that was so, like, he gave me more details. gave me way more details, and I can't remember. It wasn't this one. It was by the dude that we just watching. It was wavy. But
Bro, this is the new era of auto-tune. Shawty want $1 million.
So today, we're gonna make recording those vocals in Pro Tools simple. No more confusion, no more overwhelm. We're gonna make this easy. Let's dive in.
Ooh, see, it's doing a little something.
So if this is our first time meeting, I am Jordan Eastler with My Audio Academy, and this specific video is extremely important to me because I will never forget whenever I first got Pro Tools. This is about 10 years ago, so I actually got the physical box of Pro Tools, and I was so excited to get home and to start to dive into Pro Tools. That feeling of excitement and of enjoyment quickly turned to overwhelm and doubt whenever I actually opened up Pro Tools on my computer. I literally had no idea how or where to get started. It took me an entire create over here. Let's go ahead and name this the session. I personally like to just do the local storage. That's going to save it on your computer. But right now, we're not going to create from template, but after this video, after we create our template, you will eventually start creating this from your template. File type, we're going to go wave. Bit depth, we're going to go 24. Sample rate, we're going to go 48. And then we're just going to keep last used IO settings. We are going to select interleaved, and I personally like to use a prompt for location. That way you're not risking losing all your Pro Tools sessions, trying to find them, you know, places where you don't even know where you saved them. And these settings, they're ultimately going to give you the best audio quality, and it's going to give you the best computer performance across the board. Now that we've got those settings selected, we're going to go to create, and now we've got our Pro Tools session pulled up. Now I already know where your mind's going. I know your Pro Tools session does not look like this. There's going to be some settings over here that is not showing on yours. We're going to go through that, I promise. Just trust me on that. This is honestly the portion of the training that I get 95% of my questions from beginner audio engineers. This is super important, and basically what we're doing is we are adjusting your Pro Tools to effectively communicate with your personal setup. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to come up here to our setup window, and we are going to go to playback engine. And what we need to do here is we need to make sure that our interface is selected here. And this training, I am using a Universal Audio Thunderbolt, and just for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and click it. We'll go yes. The next things that we need to adjust is our buffer size. For the sake of time, we're not going to break this all the way down, but I think this is very important as you're just getting started. If you've ever been in a recording studio or you've ever tried to record yourself, and whenever you speak into the microphone, you can just kind of copy my settings, actually have some kind of signal. What we're going to do is we're going to first go over here to our input tab. More than likely yours does not look like this, but that's okay. We're going to fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We're here at input. Then we're going to click default. Unless you're using an Apollo Twin just like I am, yours isn't going to look like this. Yours is basically going to pull up whatever your audio interface's inputs are. So same thing goes with the output, and that's where we're going next. We're going to go to output, and then we're going to click default, and then we're going to go to bus, and here we're also going to click, you guessed it, default. Bam. Your Pro Tools screen still does not look like mine. So let's go ahead and go through exactly how I have mine set up. And the way that I've got my Pro Tools set up is for maximum effectiveness and efficiency whenever I'm recording vocals. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to come up here to this little arrow right here, and we are going to make sure that these settings are selected. And this is giving you a lot of different options to where you can quickly maneuver Pro Tools as you start to get.
Let's make an Afrobeat hit in 30 seconds. So we're gonna go into Splice. I love it because you get millions of sounds from.
So today I'm gonna show you how to get your vocals from sounding like this. What the? Sounding like this. Let's get into the prank dang dang. Yay! What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Q-Lord, aka the Wave Man. We're back at it like a. Stop. Let's not take it there. Let's get right into the brain dang thing. So look, man, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get any type of vocals just to that level where it sounds professional, smooth, crisp, and clear all at the same time. I don't want to hold you guys up. Let's get right into the brain dang thing. And if you're not subscribed already, man, and you don't know me, man, listen, I'm the Wave Man. Subscribe up. Let's get into this.
So let's listen to the track that it's gonna become, and we're gonna take you through the steps of how we got it to this point. So let's take a look at the screen, guys, right now. And the record that we're actually doing is a record that I made kind of in a Chris Brown-esque type of pop R&B type of track, right? So we're just gonna take a listen to this track fully mixed down, and then we're gonna go listen to the raws and take you guys through the steps and techniques of how to get it there, okay? So hopefully we can learn something today. Let's get it.
Part up clean like you never been touched. No sand, no web, no flash, no rush. She hit my phone with the you up. Said I wish was up. Shawty who like she built from a beat. Bounce over.
Why it gotta be so? Like, I just want like get to the nitty gritty of it. Like, please, like get to it. Like, please. Like, the video I watched was so simple.
Session opens on a new Pro Tools session composed by a big preview called Workspace Browser, showing your main session content and options. The Edit window on top, with playback options and editing tools.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And the Tracks window on the left with the complete list of tracks inside your session. If any of these panels are missing, make sure to reopen it from the Window tab. Now let's see how to import audio samples. If you have installed the Pro Tools libraries, these can be found on Window, New Workspace, Soundbase, from which you can import any sample by clicking and dragging it into the session. In the same way, you can click and drag any file you have directly inside the session. All these imported samples are collected within rows
Hey. 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 Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 what am I looking for? Hey, hey, I don't even know the delay on. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. paste. Okay.
Hey, 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 hey.
Oh my God, how do I get? No, I need to change how many bars is, like, how many lines is in there, cause this shit is throwing me off. That's all I'm trying to do now. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause what the fuck?
Hey, 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 hey.
I'm finna get to it, y'all. I'm finna get to it. Damn, just give me a minute. I'm learning. I'm still learning. Cause what the fuck? This shit harder than it looks. Like, this shit way harder than it looks.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, I got this shit in my pocket. Baby girl wanna be around me. I just tell her to stop it.
Hey, I keep this shit on me. Baby girl, stop what you doing with the girl. Wait, this shit ain't never been good. Wait, whoa, what the fuck happened?
Hey, 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 hey.
to myself and this for a reason, gotta stay out the way. I'm to myself and this for a reason, gotta stay out the way. I'm to myself and this for a reason, gotta stay out the way. Bro, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? I do record too then. Like, this look, bro. Just gotta do some vocal too. Hey. 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 I'm to myself and this for a reason, gotta stay out the way. No, I didn't want to add new shit to it. I just wanted it to do what I needed it to fucking do. Bro, this shit just not working for me right now.
Shit not working for me right now. I'm constantly trying to delete just this shit. I'm getting aggravated.
Hey. 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 I'm to myself in this for a reason.
What the fuck?
Hey. 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 I'm to myself in this for a reason, gotta stay out the way. I'm to myself in this for a reason, gotta stay out the way.
Hey everybody, my name's Andy Wildrick. I'm the audio program chair at SAE Institute Nashville. I've been with the school for about 8 years and I've taught a variety of our audio courses. Today I'm going to help you work through the Pro Tools Crash Course. When I asked faculty, I said, what is the most important thing I could discuss with the students today in the Pro Tools Crash Course? Unanimously, they all said file management. The very first thing I have on the guide here, PTX understanding. Pro Tools is launched. Now if I hit Command N, then it pulls up the new session dialog box here. So I'm going to call it PT Crash Course. We want a brand new empty project, so we select local storage up here. File type, WAV, that's standard. Sample rate, 48K is probably the most standard one nowadays. 32-bit float, standard as well. PT Crash Course. Okay, what we have to keep in mind here is that it's not making just a file for us. It's creating a folder, and it's creating a special file within that folder. That's what Pro Tools creates every time we make a new session here. It always makes a new folder with a special file within that folder, we need to keep that folder together. We don't want to pull things out of that folder. So here, I'm going to take my time as we work through this. Here's what's going to happen. I've got to look down here. This should probably be toward the top because this is created on your time. There's the PTX. Let's leave it there in this visual item and read the file saved to the most recent version. You've already saved it, and so it doesn't need to save that .ptx and then that session folder. So when you click Save As, it does point you at the nav desktop. You've created a new PTX file. That's where file scenario is not the ideal thing. That's actually for what we want to do today.
I'm working up an appetite, y'all. I'm working up an appetite bad as hell.
So the red flag that I need you to be aware of is that if you're looking on your desktop or you're looking in a like your hard drive and you see a PTX file just randomly floating, that's not good. The PTX file cannot just be randomly floating on its own. It's not like a Word document. This PTX file must exist within a folder. So within this folder, we have the PTX. That's good. That means if I want to move this folder, I can easily move it. I can drag it, move it to whatever hard drive I want. And when I launch this PTX file, it's going to launch perfectly because it's referencing the audio files that are right there within that folder. Now, a save as, putting it on the desktop, is a no-no. This will not work. If I try to launch it, folder, use say a couple loops. Just real quick here, just import more why we use save as. So I go up here and I'll say added tool session folder. When you do a, which is one chip, I go to my when I just want here or how we call this here. This is if I link to this. So I'm gonna take both of those right now and delete them. Goodbye. I
Why is it so much? Why is it so much?
Before recording audio to an audio track in Pro Tools, you need to set the track's input and output. First, make sure the I/O view is enabled. Assign the input channel of your audio interface for the audio source you want. You need to set the track's input and output. First, make sure the I/O view is enabled. Assign the input channel of your audio interface for the audio source you want to record to the input of your track, and make sure the output of the track is routed to your monitors or headphones. Before recording, you can set your record mode by right-clicking on the record button. Quick Punch works well for most recording scenarios. Now, record arm the track by pressing the track's Record Enable button. Get Pro Tools ready to start recording by clicking the global record button. To start recording, place the edit cursor on the desired position in the timeline using the selector tool and press the spacebar to start the transport. This will record audio to all ARM tracks while playing back existing audio from all other tracks. To stop the recording pass, hit the spacebar again. You can start recording on all ARM tracks immediately without having to first record enable Pro Tools globally by using the key command F12. Audio tracks in Pro Tools are used for recording, playback, and editing of audio material. To create a new audio track, go to the Track menu and choose New Track. Alternatively, you can use the shortcut Command-Shift-N on Mac or Control-Shift-N on Windows. In the New Tracks dialog, choose Mono or Stereo, depending on whether you have a single channel source, such as a vocal or a guitar, or a stereo source, such as a keyboard or a loop. Select Ticks if you're working with music so that the track stays aligned.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise.
To install Pro Tools. Even though it's free, we still need a license to use Pro Tools Intro, and it will also install the iLok software on our computer to manage the Pro Tools license if it's not already installed. Once the installer is running, just follow the on-screen instructions to install the program. During the installation process, we may be asked to give the installer our password for the computer to be able to install everything automatically. Otherwise, we'll have to manually install Pro Tools Intro, the Expand 2 instrument, and the samples package. The left stick to press. Recent project tutorials, information, and templates for going to get a blank view with the menu at the top for a default audio installed on your system. Otherwise, select your audio interface. You can also close the transport view in the bottom to get rid of it, since it will also be displayed in the edit window. Expand the edit window so it takes up the full screen. For the basic controls, we have the mouse tools along the top left with different tools for things like zoom, clip editing, range selection, and moving clips. The middle has the project time indicator that shows our current time in the project, start time, end time, and selection length. To the right, we have the tools to select the grid and nudge snapping resolution, and we can use these drop-downs to set them to musical time and set the resolution of snapping, such as quarter notes. Moving more to the right, we have the transport tools that control playback, recording, and project navigation. We get stop, play, record, snap backwards, rewind, forward, and snap forward buttons. To the right is the metronome. We can set the count-in, time signature, tempo, and control if the metronome plays during playback, recording, or both. Finally, on the right, we have the tools for quantizing MIDI, which helps bring MIDI more in alignment with the project timing. Now let's move down to the main project view in the middle. This is where all our tracks will be held and edited. Along the top, we can see we have a few timelines. We have a timeline in beats and bars for musical time, minutes and seconds, and tempo, which can be used to set the tempo of the song by clicking the indicator at the beginning and changing the tempo, or to change the tempo throughout the song. Right now, we can see that we don't actually have any tracks by default, so we'll need to add them in. To start, just go to the track menu at the top and select New. This is where we can choose what type of track we're adding. I'm going to select a stereo audio track and name it Bass.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song needs. This is co-producer, the fastest.
Even if I'm using a bass guitar, I often select to configure the track as stereo because I'll use something called my Avid 11 rack, which is a guitar amp simulator that processes a stereo signal.
Still, this is supposed to be by default. This ain't have to do all that. I'm learning something new.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Either I don't like me on the beat, or I don't like the beat on.
Oh, shots fired! Oh!
Fuck. Some name, I don't know. It just ain't doing what I want it to do right now.
It's not always as necessary with bass, but it can be helpful with other
Finna get out of here. Trying to get on the game later on or some shit. Well, yo. Stay like this, y'all. I'll see y'all later on. I'm trying to figure this shit out some more tomorrow morning. Other than that, I'm out here.